Are you guys ready to make some beautiful fall DIY projects? These are super easy to make and very affordable, so I can't wait to show you how I put these projects together. I kept my favorite DIY of the season for the end, so make sure you don't click away from this video and watch till the end so that you can get to see the beautiful DIY projects that I made for all of you. For this first DIY project, I'm going to use one of these pumpkin shapes that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to remove everything that's attached to it, and I'll be painting it with this beautiful sage color from Home chalk paint that I got from Michael's. After the pumpkin was dry, I took some of these white acrylic paint and I'm just going to dry brush that just to give some more dimension and texture to my pumpkin. To dry brush, what you want to do is to make sure you get very little amount of paint into your foam brush, and you just want to lightly brush that paint on top just to give that shading effect. I'm going to then use this burnt amber brown acrylic paint that I got from the dollar store, and I'm going to paint this top stem just to give that brighter brown color to my project. I then decided why not to dry brush again and to give some more lighting effect to my project, so I used the white acrylic paint and I gave some strokes just to mimic the shape of the pumpkin and to give some more texture and dimension to my project. Then I took some of these tiny foam pumpkins that you can find at the dollar store. I got these from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to use this X-Acto knife and I'm just going to cut a piece of the pumpkin because I want to paint, or I want to glue this to my pumpkin shape. So that's why I wanted to cut this in half, or just to remove the back of this so that I can glue it flat to my work. And what I'm going to do next is to paint this in this gorgeous neutral color, and the color that I'm going to go ahead with is with this Martha Stewart paint in the color clay that I got from Michael's. After the pumpkin shapes were dry, I took some hot glue and I'm just gonna glue them to the bottom of this pumpkin, leaving the top empty because I'll be writing some words on the top, so I just wanted to put these pumpkins to the bottom. Then, to give that rustic and natural look to my work, I went and took a branch from my garden, and I'm just going to cut it into small pieces and just hot glue it to the top to mimic the stems of the pumpkin by giving that a rustic finish. I then applied some paint to the stem in the center just so that it matches the rest of the pumpkins. And then I'm going to dry brush the tiny little pumpkins and write a few fall words onto my pumpkin using a Sharpie, and that would be it for this project. I wanted to use this project and to have it actually sitting on a surface like a table or my fireplace mantle. So what I'm going to do is to use a few of the Jenga blocks that you can find at Dollar Tree and hot glue them to the back. That way I can stand this project on a surface that I want to use it on. And this is the final project. Don't you think it looks super cute and adorable? I love how it turned out. For this second project, I'm going to use this photo frame that I got from Walmart, but you can use any photo frame, even the ones that are from Dollar Tree, to make this project. But because I have this and I love the frame, I'm going to use it for my project. So what I'm going to do is to remove all of the insert, and I got this bristle board from the dollar store. I'm just going to place the insert and trace it out and cut the shape that I want. Once I have the form ready, I'm going to take some of the white paint that I was using for the previous projects, and I'm just going to paint lightly the surface. I know that the board is already white, but I wanted that painted look, So that's what I'm gonna do here, and then I'll be dry brushing it later with some brown. So having this surface already painted with a white coat really helps get the look that I was trying to achieve. I then took one of these pumpkin shapes that I got from the Dollarama. I bought 2 of these packs and I used one for a different fall project that I did on my YouTube channel. You can take a look at that video as well. I'm gonna leave a link to that video in the description below. And I'm just gonna paint that pumpkin using the same white color that I did to paint the bristle board, and I'm gonna let this dry before I start dry brushing it. I'm then going to take this burnt amber brown color acrylic paint that I got from the dollar store, and just using a foam brush I'm just gonna use a light amount of this paint, and then I want to dry brush my pumpkin just to give it that dimension that I was looking for and to give that rustic wood look that I wanted to achieve. After the pumpkin was dry, I took a Sharpie that I also got from the dollar store, and I'm going to freehand the word grateful on top just because I wanted to put some wording that would match for the fall theme. And then to complete the look, I took some of the fine jute twine that you can find at Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to tie a ribbon or just a bow on the top, and that would be it for this little pumpkin shape. In crafting, there is never an end to any project, so here I thought I wanted to add this little ribbon as well, just to give some more texture and just a bit more character to my little pumpkin. So here I'm just shaping the ribbon into a bow shape. I'm gonna hot glue it together, and I'm gonna hot glue the whole thing to my pumpkin. I then hot glued the pumpkin shape onto my bristle board, and then I'm going to insert it to the picture frame that we just had initially. And this is such an easy project to do, but very rustic and farmhouse looking, and such an easy and affordable project to do as well. So I'm going to show you how everything looks like in a little bit. And here, just to end up everything, I wanted to give some more white to my pumpkin, so I'm just going to dry brush a little bit just to make sure that everything looks the way I wanted it to be. And this is how this project turned out. I think it was so beautiful and very easy to put together, and I love how this project turned out. I hope you're enjoying these projects so far. If you do, please don't forget to leave my video a thumbs up. It really helps my little channel grow, and to let me know that you're enjoying the projects that I'm sharing with all of you. I kept my best project for last, so let's move on right into that. This last project is absolutely my favorite. I'm going to use some of these little tags or gift tags that I got from the Dollar Tree, and it comes in a pack with a lot in it, but I'm just going to use a few for my project. So I'm going to cut out the amount that I want, and these scrapbook paper comes also from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to place one on top just to see the size that I want to cut. And for my project, I'm going to be using these wooden letters as well that I got from the dollar store. So I'm just going to place everything just to see if the sizes match. And then I'm going to use this cutting tool that I got from Amazon, and I'm just going to cut some strips of this scrapbook paper, and then I'm going to cut it again into small little squares, enough to make my project. Once I have all of the pieces cut into size, I'm going to take the scrapbook paper, and I'm going to put a dab of hot glue and just place it in the center of that gift tag, and I'm going to repeat that for all of the pieces, and I'm going to put a wooden letter on top to make the word that I wanted for this project. And obviously it's going to be something that is themed for fall, and I'm going to repeat that for all of the pieces, and I'll show you how I put this piece together. Now for this project as well, I'll be using one of the picture frames that I used in the previous DIY project, and I also cut another piece of bristle board again for this project as well, and I'm going to use the same dry brushing technique, so just using some brown paint, and I'm going to paint it horizontally just to give that wood-like texture or to give some more rustic look to this frame. So that's what I'm going to do for the insert. I'm then going to use this ribbon of jute that I got from the Dollar Tree in their floral section or their garden section, and I'm going to put a dab of hot glue in the back and just tie two of these to my frame or to my work here, and I just want it to be two little strings, so I'm going to hot glue this on this end, and I'm going to repeat the same in the bottom as well. I then took these cute little wooden cloth hanging pieces that I found at Dollar Tree in their craft section, and then I'm just gonna hot glue it in place, and I'm gonna assemble all of the pieces that I glued together with the gift tag as well as the wooden letters, and I'm gonna place them according to the word that I want to make here before I hot glue them in place, just to make sure that I have the spacing right. I really loved making this project. It was super easy, very inexpensive, yet it gave this beautiful and high-end look to this project. So once you're done assembling everything, all you want to do is to place everything back into your frame, close the brackets in the back, and you're done with this simple and beautiful project, you guys. I can't wait to show you how this one turned out. It's my favorite, I think, fall DIYs of this season, and I assure you, if you try to make one of these, it would look super great with all the farmhouse decor. So this is the final project. I hope you guys enjoyed these DIY project. I really enjoyed making them, and I have many more DIY projects coming up. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the red subscribe button as well as the bell icon, and again, don't forget to leave my video a thumbs up. I'll see you around in my next video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and take care. Bye bye.